Speaking of crazy and also kind of wasteful things, did you hear about North Carolina?
I've
That
heard
it
of it.
sucks.
Well, I
I
mean, besides it
this
sucking,
it's a state, right?
yeah. I
Deliberate attack.
there was an
That,
attack.
I just want to make it clear that wasn't a serious question. Let's just
North Carolina County declares state of emergency after deliberate attack causes widespread power outage.
what I find ironic about this is I feel like I watched a documentary about the security of sub power stations and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like just not even 2 years ago. And isn't that basically what happened?
right. They
Is
were able to target a weak part of the infrastructure there.
yeah.
Well, people were able to attack
That's
cell
what's
towers
crazy.
too
They've only
because of
gotten
that
7,000
5G.
customers back up.
What was that again?
Oh, I was just on yeah. I mean, I didn't realize that. Yeah, but the power station security thing. Yeah, I mean, people did same. I bet that's the same issue with cell towers because I remember when the pandemic started, and then when a couple celebrities were tweeting thinking that the 5G towers had something to do with it, and people were started, going after them and burning the shit down and crap like that. So that wouldn't surprise me that they're able to attack a power station. But my question is, why in the hell would, or hold, let me rephrase it. What in the hell would they gain by doing this? Like, this is stupid.
Um, well, they're not sure yet, and the FBI is in on it at this point. So,
I would hope so.
but I'm gonna read just a few things here. Um, Moore County, North Carolina, this video keeps wanting to pop up, has declared a state of emergency as power outages continue after a deliberate attack over the weekend in which gunfire damaged two substations. The attack left roughly 45,000 people without power. Under the state of emergency, a curfew is in place from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. each night, and residents of the county are encouraged to conserve fuel. And then later on down, it mentions the U.S. has roughly 55,000 substations. Earlier this year, 60 Minutes reported on how vulnerable they often are. There's a very few number of substations you need to take out in the entire United States to knock out the entire grid. John Wellinghoff, former chairman of the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, told 60 Minutes correspondent Bill Whitaker. So, pretty crazy there. Some deliberate attacks on the infrastructure happening. Any thoughts? Concerns?
Why would they leave it that? If
Oh.
that's so vulnerable, then why?
I guess they
why-
even referenced I guess it was a 60 Minutes report that I watched on that.
I mean, I could see why. Because I mean, that can be dangerous. Because a lot of the stuff that we use, including medical equipment, that's powered by electricity. And then, well, what happens when electricity doesn't work? Well, we got no power, meaning that the machines will no longer work. So
I'd be curious if anything has been done since that 60 Minutes report came out.
that's also what I'm wondering too. I mean, if that's if the if I mean if our entire national power grid is that vulnerable, then we should do something about that before something worse happens.
Yeah,
Right.
you're telling me. That
Wow,
said,
that's very concerning.
yeah, it really is. I mean, you'd think that a power structure like that should be one of the utmost things to keep going,
Right.
like the absolute utmost.
Well, then again,
But
look at our freaking
no, we
roads
got to make
too.
sure Mitch McConnell still has his extra pool filled.
For sure.
Yeah. Also, motion to change 60 minutes into 1 hour instead of being pretentious.
I mean, I suppose I'd be cool with that.
How many seconds are in an hour? Does that roll off the tongue a little bit better?
So
It's 60 minutes is 1 hour.
I know, but how many seconds are in an hour? I
Quite
could
a
call it
lot.
that instead.
It's 60 squared. You figure it out.
No.